Three, two. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is Kaisaya Community Cup. Once again, I'm Kaisaya, and I will be your host, and I will be joined by Charlie and Vittorio. So, how are you guys doing?
I didn't had a full rest, and I'm ready for number 4 because yesterday I'm not. Unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to ask for KCC, but right now I'm so ready.
I'm glad that you're ready and back. And of course, back. People have missed you as well. Vittorio, how about you? Are you ready? And how are you feeling KCC event so far?
Yeah, I think the KCC event is doing great so far, and I feel good today. And I know that I've been here for every day for the viewer. The viewers always see me every day.
Yeah, that's
and I
so
hope you
great.
guys, yeah.
All right, and to our viewers, of course, we would like to thank you for being here. We have an event ongoing. I wasn't able to pick a winner from day 3 as of yet. I forgot to post the winner, but I will be doing that later on. But just so you know, to those who still haven't got the chance on winning 500 vouchers, you still have the opportunity to do so. So just type !notify on the live chat, and make sure you share the live stream publicly on your wall with the hashtag KCCAOV. And of course, we would like to thank our sponsors. This won't be, become even more exciting without the support coming from Garena, AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers, my supporter from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming. They are participating in this event, and they have actually won yesterday, moving on to round 2. Orthilion Gaming, of course, another fellow content creator for Arena of Valor, who got a team in this event as well, Elixir. who apparently will have to fall down in the lower bracket, but still, they still got a chance. And now, what you're seeing on your screen right now, all right, apologies if that commentator in the game sounds so robotic, so I'm gonna be fixing that one out. There you go. All right, so this is team Ayu, team Uwu from Indonesia, and Tough Gaming from the Philippines. So I would love to ask our casters, Charlie and Vittorio, what do we see right now in the bans? I see something new, and that is actually a Murad. Charlie, let's start with Charlie.
Yeah, I'm agreeing to that. It's kind of something new. It's only referencing to the few days of our Kaisaya Community Cup. I think this is a respect ban because there's a lot of new hero or overpowered hero or hyper meta picks rather. It is open, and now we are seeing Laville hovered here by the Ayu team Uwu. This might be a priority to them.
And now this is a Laville getting a hover, signature hero of Vittorio currently. What can you say about that?
Yeah, the level first pick is very expected. It's an OP champ. Usually, if the team picks a Laville, they would pick a comp that would be protecting the Laville. So a Lumbor or Tain would be a great synergy for Laville. So I'm thinking that they're gonna be picking the next support as a Tain, Lumbor, or Teamy.
Ooh, let's see about that though. If there will be an existence of any of those heroes. Oh, okay. Don't know about that download button on my screen, but we're seeing so far a Darcy partnered up with a Richter. Is this a good combo to secure early on? But yeah, we have yet to see if this is gonna be a Darcy partnered with a Richter. But for the meantime, if that gets a lock-in, what can you say, Charlie? Is this a good tandem so far to secure for the first two picks?
These two gives a ton of a ton of damage. But the Darcy pick right now, don't usually see it, but I think it's bearable. And I also see that Kraz is opened by Tough Gaming. Be comfort or they're comfortable with the Darcy pick, but I think he needs to get the blue buff always, but we are not seeing a punish for him, so I think he will go to a Darcy mid lane.
Oh yeah, well, we don't know yet. It could be flexed, yes indeed, could be in the mid or even in the jungle, and that makes it hard for Team IU to think as to how they're gonna draft any further, because they don't know if they have to match up the Darcy in the mid or match up the Darcy in the jungle. But for the meantime, what is your opinion on that Gnar and Chognar picks from the side of Team IU? But for the meantime, I think I want to thank Frank Amistad for sending over 50 stars. Thank you so much for the support. So yes, going back, Vittorio, Gnar and Chognar, what do you think about that?
Yeah, Gnar and Chognar is a very, very good comp. It's gonna hinder the Richter to go in because the Gnar can make a ton of damage for the heroes that come in. And also for the Chognar, it's a good pick, especially with the Darcy pick of the red side. It definitely counters the special skills that the Darcy can do. And also the knock-up of Richter would be rendered useless if they time the special skill of the Chognar right.
But my question is the matchup as to how much this Chognar and Lumber can frontline, because definitely there is quite a difference. So in terms of, sustaining some damage that will be incoming from their opponent's carry, how do you find the Chognar versus Lumber support matchup in here, Charlie?
Based on the soaking damage, Lumber has upper advantage here. But I think the IU team anticipated for the knockups. We can see that has been locked in before the Chogner, but now having this Lumber and Richter, Chogner will be their key for the layering of crowd control of the tough gaming. But in terms of damage that they can soak, Chogner for me is not too tanky enough for a tank, but is a very useful in terms of crowd controls.
Now we see a Krignak lock. What do we usually would expect on what Tough Gaming will be picking in here if they cancel out a Krignak? Vittorio.
Yeah, I think the reason why they banned that Krignak is because if they already have a Chognar and Jinner, so if the red side would enter in a clash, it's gonna be hard for them if their enemy has a Krignak, because a Krignak has a lot of damage potential. It can burst out those carries like Darcy and Richter if they timed it right.
If they time it right is the keyword. Especially, I think we should take note about finding out if this teams will be able to properly time their skills, especially if they want to layer it out. Like for example, if how they're gonna be keeping themselves safe from the Chognar ultimate, like so that at least they will be able to at least still make use of their crowd control. But that's the question in terms of how they're gonna execute this one. But for the meantime, it seems like Tough Gaming is having a tough time choosing their marksman in here. But they lock in here a Brynhilda. I'm not too sure, Charlie, if you were able to see Brynhilda before you take a pause from Arena of Valor. Did you get to meet Brynhilda in game or not yet? Because I'm gonna pass this question to Vittorio if not, and that's fine.
I saw Brynhilda only here at the Kaisaya Community Cup, but I think it didn't scale out too fast. And his ultimate or her ultimate is very useful just to zone out the opposing members, because it do have a good or a big range in the map.
For sure, but now there is a Volcath as well as a Zil or Wukong getting a hover on. If this Volcath, there you go, it got locked in. Volcath and Brynhilda. What might we be expecting on this matchup in the, it could be either in the jungle, but yeah, they're blocking the Volcat on the side lane, and there's also a Brynhilda. And knowing that Brynhilda is not that mobile maybe because she needs to be standing when he casts her ultimate, but what are your thoughts on this one, Vittorio?
Well, I think the Brynhilda fourth pick was a bad pick. They should have waited for the fifth pick, and then they should have picked Brynhilda at the fifth pick, because what happened was Brynhilda got countered by that Volcat and Zil.
Oh no!
As we all know, Brynhilda is not a very, very mobile hero. It's just gonna be standing there, the whole time.
Yeah, but now that there is a Rourke, it is a 2 marksman composition in the side of Tough Gaming. With the last decision coming from Tough Gaming, at least able to save the overall composition of Tough Gaming, given that there is a Volcath and a Zil lineup on the side of Team IU, Team Uwu. Vittorio?
I think I'm leaning more on the side of IU Gaming.
Okay,
for this lineup.
Well, then I think that was our caster's thought, but I guess we're gonna have both of them now discuss what is gonna be happening next in the game. So I'm gonna leave you guys to Charlie and Vittorio.
Thank you, Kaisaya. And now the first game of our day number 4 here in Kaisaya Community Cup is already happening between the IU team Uwu, which is from Indonesia, and Tough Gaming from PH. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Vittorio, why did you say that you are leaning towards the lineup here of IU team? Ooh.
Because it's gonna be, I'm actually leaning into IU because they have a lot of potential in terms of damage, and also I think that the potential of Tough Gaming is very, very mediocre at the early game. Because there's a lot of things that they cannot. I'm sure they won't be able to pick off a lot of the lineup of IU Gaming at the early. Just looking at the composition.
Oh, I see. So now, just a quick rundown here. We have Zil, Loville, Trogner, Volcath, and Jinar for the side of IU team. Ooh.
And for the Tough Gaming, Dankbreaker using the Blanco using the Lumber, Jazzy using the Richter, Chinese name using that Brunilda, and Elvis using that Darcy. So what are your thoughts, Charlie, about what's going to happen at this game?
I think based on a team fight and the crowd controls, Red Team will be having the upper hand, but they really need because all of the members or heroes here on the side of IU team will gonna be diving onto the backline here, specifically the Darcy and the Brunhilde. But their key here to success for the Tough Gaming is their crowd control or their timing on layering the crowd control itself, because we all know that Trogner only uses his ultimate once.
Yeah. I think the IU team is the blue side and the red side is Tough Gaming. But to expand on that thought, the key would be here for the blue side, which is the IU Uwu, is the timing of getting rid of the CCs. So it would really depend on Trogner, because as we can see, Tough Gaming has a lot of CC potential, and also all of them are geared to going in.
They're all geared, and I think there's gonna be a waiting game for them. Who are gonna cast their ult first, and who's is gonna be the one who'll counter out. Now the Abyssal Dragon Kratos will be up for grabs, and we can see that Hilmi is now disturbing this one.
Both teams are just feeling each other, looking if someone will try to get that Abyssal Dragon. They're just trying to reset the Abyssal Dragon because they know that their junglers are not there yet. But the Zil is already positioned at the bot lane. Let's see if there would be a very, very good clash here.
Hilmi just hit the level 4, get his ultimate just to counter out the crowd controls here, but right now, one who's attacking is IU team. Ooh, and now Darcy just wanted to see the dragon, but I think this will be an uncontested Abyssal Dragon Kratos for the side of IU team. Ooh, but look at here, Trognar giving some poke, but there might be a possible clash here because we are seeing a 4-man position here onto the bot lane in favor of the side of IU team. Ooh, and there's a double trouble. That's a 1-man stand, or rather 2-man stand. Look at that. Jinar with that ultimate is getting picked off this Elvis, and now Lumber will fall down onto the hands of the blue team, and that's a 3 kills for their side, and that's a double kill for Jinar.
There was a lot of things, like I said, the timing, when that double trouble hit, and that Brunilda wasn't able to do a lot of damage just because she wasn't that mobile. You could see Brunilda get bursted down at that clash without doing a ton of damage, and it's really a good, big thing if Trognar has his special skills. The Darcy couldn't pop out that SS at time to save his allies, resulting to that 3-0 exchange in favor of IU Gaming.
So we can see that IU team really execute their plan, having this Gina, Chogner's ult, and the Zill diving onto the back line. It's not their problem. But right now, I think they are having fun banking onto the bot lane, but there's the red shirt. Have you seen that? Have you seen that? Is that a flicker? That's just flickered out onto the mid lane. Be cautious from the IU team.
Yeah, I think the work pick is very ineffective here. It's hard to catch a Zill, especially in mid special skill. And Rourke shines when he needs to tank someone at the early stage.
Now here's the 2-man knockup from Lumber. There's no ultimate from Changi, but look at Putra here with the ultimate. And now, oh my god, look at that! Darcy jumping in onto the IU team, but he falls down very quick. But there's Blanco ultimate here. Let's see Ultima. Can the Volcat kill the Lumber here? And there you go, Lumber will fall down. Plus there's a double trouble. What a nice connection here. Brunhilde will fall down as well, and there's the heal, but it will not be enough. But that's a 4-for-1 trade in favor of the IU team, plus a turret from the bottom lane to mid lane. What a nice trade here. What can you say about that, Vittorio?
The momentum is now with IU since the first clash. I don't know what the Tough Gaming should do for now, but I think they should just farm and play safe. But all the jungle is already being stolen by the IU team, rendering the Rourke goldless. They're already behind by 4k gold. The IU Gaming is already at 4k gold lead. I think the only way that they could get a comeback is when they initiate a clash in favor of themselves in Tough Gaming, and also get those objectives like Sentinel and Tower.
And right now we can see that Sentinel, they want to take this one, but Rourke might gonna be trapped, but they're onto the bottom lane. Richter just want to annoy IU team onto their Might Golem. But here, what can you say about this? Rourke with the attack speed jungle item, but isn't it that he's too slow in this farming?
Yeah, no, actually, Rourke really shines using at least one attack speed item. It's just more of a DPS. At the same time, he can tank a lot of assassins and do a lot more damage, because his special skills is really dependent on attacking. If he attacks, the shield gets larger the more he attacks.
Yeah, the determination. But right now we can see that Dank Breaker is doing a farm that is so well, because we can see that Brunhilde has a higher gold than him.
It really spells out a lot of trouble especially if your jungle is not that farmed, because you can't really contest the objectives without your jungle. It's really one of the basics that you need to have your jungle at least second in the gold lead in your team, like what Zill is doing. He's at 5.3k right now.
But right now, Richter is at the 3rd place or 4th place. Oh my god.
Oh,
That of Tough Gaming. And we've seen a lot of objectives here from the IU team. They're getting it one by one, starting from the Abyssal Dragon Kratos, getting the top lane turret. Now, Tough Gaming is having a hard time. So this is gonna be literally tough for them.
Definitely, they would really have a hard time. I can see if they really just need one clash to turn all of this around. As we all know, it's really not that easy to initiate, especially if you don't have the gold, you don't have the vision, you don't have the control.
So I think that they really need to farm up here and to wait for the late game, because the Brunhilde can give a massive damage, but they do need to protect this one from the potential dive. But look at here, Richter being aggressive, just doing some jungle strike onto the IU team without any hesitation.
Yeah.
He is very comfortable of engaging because of his mobility skills.
Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't hit.
Look at here, there's a free hit from the Brunhilde, but now the ultimate will be activated, and now the Tough Gaming is diminishing one by one, and that's a double kill for Zil. Might be another kill from Boltcat, and what a nice dive under the turret. It's a 4-4-2 trade, but look at Brunhilde doing his best just to poke out the members of IU team, but the trade is so high in favor of the IU team. Ooh.
Yeah. It was a badly position. I didn't know why they tried to get that mid lane tower without having the vision on the left and right side. I think it was a very, very ill position, especially when Brunhilde used her SS to try to burst down that mid tower. She was just opening herself to a lot of damage.
It's like he calls the members of IU team, come to me, because he's so vulnerable in the mid lane.
Yeah,
And now,
especially you can always see where that. Oh, here comes a clash.
Richter just disengaging, popping its ult, but suddenly realize that they're at a disadvantage. They need to farm up to defeat, or at least close the gold gap here, because we are seeing an almost 6k gold lead in favor of the IU team.
Yeah, as we can see, the Goldie is slowly going into the favor of IU Gaming. They're already at 7k, almost at 8k gold lead. Now they're taking the Dark Slayer. Let's see if there will be any contest, but only the Richter is positioned. Will there be a steal? No, there won't be.
Oh, look at that, the jungle strike. No, he will fall down as quickly as the Dark Slayer fall down as well. So he just wants to give some vision for his teammate, but he's the one spotted here by the IU team, and onto the bottom lane. Volcat is doing a great work pressuring them from the opposing side of the map so that Dark Slayer can be taken down easily by the IU team. But wait, there's gonna be a clash here. There's a setup. Oh, the Earth Splitter will be activated, but Lumper soaking so much damage. He fall down there so quick, and now 4 members is down. What can Richter do right now into the mid lane? The 5 members of IU team is all alive, and they do have a dragon. Here, Volcat soaking a damage here with the hail, and they're now exchanging the tower hits, and they really want this to end as quickly as possible before the members of the Tough Gaming respawn. And there you go, game number 1 goes to IU team. Ooh.
The momentum was really with the IU team all throughout the game. There was no answer from Tough Gaming, and it resulted to that win. What do you think about what happened there, Kaisaya?
Hold on, I was muted on the live stream. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but overall, what I saw.
Here for us,
All right,
but
there you
let's
go.
wait.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was muted. I was speaking, but yeah, overall, I think it just boiled down onto abusing the fact that Brunhilde was quite immobile down in the bottom side. You know, the moment that they saw, oh, this is a Brunhilde, we can't go far to the late game, because Brunhilde, let's be respectful of her anyway, because she's still viable, but not with the composition like that of who can dive into the back line, like that of a Zeus or that of a Volcat, and even the Gnar can suddenly just go ahead onto the back line for as long as they got a good engage, if especially that double trouble coming from the Laville could do a proper setup. And yeah, it's basically IU team Uwu capitalizing their win condition and making it to a possibility, and I think that went right for IU Team Uwu. For Tough Gaming, I think it all started from the draft itself. But how about you guys? Maybe I can also ask Charlie what he thinks about that, about the game itself. In terms of execution. Maybe.
I do agree that the battle has been decided the drafting phase when the Brunhilde was shown here. Suddenly, the IU team decided for a dive composition, having this Zil, Volkath, and the Jinner was picked before Brunhilde, but he is a very strong hero for the dive composition. And based on the lineup here, I think Tough Gaming didn't manage to execute your own lineup to protect the Brunhilde. We've seen that the entrance or the ultimate of Brunhilde was activated so early, and the Lumbers dash towards him just to give him the shield was too early as well. That's why IU team had the chance to burst him down so fast.
But maybe now I'm curious, is there any possible way that Tough Gaming could have won this game given this draft, Vittorio?
Well, basically, it's just gonna be how they protect the carries. First of all, the engagements were always behind the tower, and they still lost. The reason there was because they were very, very ill positioned at every clash. The Brunhilde was always leaving the lane, trying to help. Instead, they should have let the Brunhilde farm and build this farm before they engage any clash. It's just one of the basics. They were already outdrafted at that Brunhilde 4th pick, and I didn't know why they still picked the Rourke at the 5th pick, because they needed to protect another hero at their lineup.
Well, yeah, anyway, there's still hope for, the teams who lost this fight, because we got a lower bracket since this is a double elimination setup. But yeah, to our viewers, again, you can join our 500 vouchers giveaway. All you have to do is to type !notify. Just typing it once is fine, all right? You don't have to spam it, or else maybe Facebook will block you. But yeah, just type that one out, and make sure you also share the live stream publicly on your wall with the hashtag KCCAOV. Let us make the whole world know that AOV is not dead. AOV is here. We're just having some peaceful community event. And yeah, also again, thank you to our sponsors for making this event even more exciting. Garena AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers, S-Rank Gaming, and of course Arthelian Gaming. To those who wants to sponsor this event, maybe add some cha-ching in the prize pool, or maybe support our volunteer casters, or I don't know, for as long as you want to support this event and give us a thanks, you can contact me on my Facebook page, or you can also send stars to give some love. So yeah, we're gonna be heading on to a short break. Once again, I'm Kaisaya, and with me is Charlie and Vittorio. We'll be back.
How will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we're meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying that we're meant to be. We're meant to be. はじめまして。私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
はじめまして。大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。やっ
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。耐えた。待ちなさい。大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。耐えた。待ちなさい。遅い。今 大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君、私が守る。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君、私が守る。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君、私が守る。
We're meant to be.
will.
はじめまして、私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょ。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
はじめまして、私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょ。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。 大事な人を助けたいって気持ち。
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。やっ
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。耐えた。待ちなさい。
ライトニングボール。
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君は私が守る。
ライトニングボール。
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君は私が守る。 はじめまして、私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
はじめまして、私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
はじめまして、私は大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、 私にもよくわかるから。
君たち俺は絶対に守る。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たち俺は絶対に守る。君たち俺が絶対に守るから。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。耐えた。待ちなさい。大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にも。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君、私が守る。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君、私が守る。決める。
How will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying that we're meant to be. We're meant to be. That we're meant to be. We're meant to be.
That was a close call. And heaven's will.
Run on hammer time.
The wind holds all the secrets. I am heaven's will.はじめまして。私はアスナ。そしてこっちが
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるからがぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。ギャッ
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリコ君、私が守る。
heavens will.
Run on hammer time.
The wind holds all the secrets.
Your team has destroyed the tower. Legendary.
That was a close call.
And heaven's will. I and heaven's will.
Hello, good evening. We are back here at the Kaisaya Community Cup. I'm Kaisaya, and with me is Yexiu and Zeus. We apologize for that 1 hour wait. Apparently, what happened was we got two teams who got disqualified. I can hear some game sounds though. Can we ask that to be
It's me.
muted?
It's
Yeah.
Me. It's mine.
It's okay.
Sorry
but
about that.
Sure. So basically, what happened was that PDeye indexing versus RiceMad got a little bit of problem because PDeye indexing got late in the creation of lobby. They lacked one member, but as per our rules, it's only 10-minute waiting time that we can allow for these people to join the lobby. So the lobby expired already, and we will not be making any new ones. As for the Giant Killing and Alpha Team will be moving on to round 2 already, while the Giant Killing didn't show up. So apparently they weren't too aware of the schedule. They thought they are scheduled to be playing at around 5:30. So yeah, let us be attentive. GMT +8 means basically it's the schedule for teams coming from the Philippines, Singapore, and Malaysia, and from the Indonesia teams it's the GMT +7 schedule. And anyway, I keep on telling you guys, and I'm also reminding you that which one is your schedule. But for the meantime, yes, we're moving forward for the MVC2 versus Light Chasers. I'm just going to be asking these two teams if they're ready, but I also want to ask how our casters are doing. Maybe I'll ask Yexiu first.
Yes, madam.
Yes, I'm asking how are you guys doing?
Okay. I feel so nervous, but at the same time, I'm so excited to cast again.
Yeah, for sure. You should be. But how
Yes.
about you, Zeus?
Actually, Kaisaya, I'm very excited right now as this is my first time casting, an AOV tournament. I mean, formal AOV tournament. I casted before, but, we just casted an informal type. But actually, I'm pretty nervous right now because, I might choke later. So I just hope that, I won't choke at the game. So that's it.
It's totally okay. I mean, we have these volunteer casters to train anyway, but I think our teams are ready, and now let's head on to the drafting phase. Now, these teams are both coming from the Philippines. I don't know what we might expect, but we can take a look at the first priority ban in here. That is a Dirac. Maybe I'll ask Zeus what he thinks about that priority bans that we have so far.
I'm actually Kaisaya. Dirac is very powerful crowd control mage. Knowing that it can, burst or it can counter your dive composition. So I think the first ban here, Dirac, is a good choice because they might be having an engaged type composition. So that's what I am expecting at the MPC.
Oh. Well, we can see an Elandor and Kirito ban in here as well. They all seem to be many of this seem to be a part of the Light Chaser group. I mean, you know the theme of the skins, but for the meantime, Richter, I apologize. Most of the analysis I will be directly asking to Zeus for the meantime because Yexiu is just about to make a comeback in the Arena of Valor scene, so he's catching up in the meta, but he'll do the play-by-play later on. So, okay. Team MVC is deciding whether to pick up a Tulen or a Richter. You have yet to see, but if they lock in the Richter, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions because I know that Zeus is very proficient already in that hero. But this is a pain. Any thoughts on this priority one, Zeus?
Actually, that is a good, first pick already. I mean, the pain, knowing that it can burst any soft heroes like MM or Mage. But I am pretty confident that they prioritize any other heroes like Kira or Richter, which is a good pick for this current meta right now. But you know, we might expecting some plans for their team.
Well, let's see what that plan is though. But yeah, I forgot to give some shout outs to our sponsors. Thank you so much for making this event even more exciting for our viewers and of course our participants. Thank you, Garena AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, and Arthelian Gaming. Thank you so much, guys. And to our viewers, the surprise that we have for you that is there will be one lucky viewer who will get a chance on winning 500 vouchers. All you have to do is to type !notify and share the live stream publicly on your Facebook wall with the hashtag KCCAOV. I haven't announced the winner from the day 3 stream yet, but I will do so later on together with the winner of the day 4 tournament. But for the meantime, what we're seeing in here, an Alice and an Alistair matched up with a Pain and a Rui in both the mid and the support. So anything that you can see in here what might happen on this 2 matchup in the mid and support, Zeus?
Actually, that was a pretty good counter pick from, I mean they're planning, I think they're planning to counter Pain as well, because I am seeing that MVC2 is forming a unengaged type composition, knowing that they have Pain and Chi already. But I think Alice and Alistair can counter that, but they need to be very careful when it comes to their engage. You know, prioritizing an enemy is a must here in this composition from the Light Chasers.
Volcath. Well, we don't know where the Volcath is gonna go as of yet, so maybe we can take a look at that Chi or Key, however you want to pronounce it, secure on the side of Team MVC. Most likely, this will be placed in the side lane. So maybe the question I would want to ask, is this a good pick, Zeus, on the side right now?
I think Volcat will do, knowing that they have the perfect backliner. It's Alice and Alistair, but I think they should, for me, they should pick Richter, because it can counter Rui, it can counter Pain, and the Chi. So let's see what they are planning on their side. So they already banned Kriknak, which is a good ban as well because it can burst Alice and Alistair. So what do you think about it, Kaisaya?
Yeah, it's not just that the Kriknak can burst out squishy heroes, but even the tanky ones. You know, even if Team MVC picks up, or rather, even if they pick up a Malok in here, on the side of Light Chasers, that Malok will be put into danger if there is a Kriknak coming on the side of Team MVC too. But yeah, maybe they have stocked Exalted as well, because I know he's their main jungler, and I think one of his best favorite heroes is Kriknak. So that's out of the picture. Tell Anas on the side as to where the Volcat is. Oh, that's Atel Anas, and there's a Pain on the side of MVC. Isn't that a problematic draft, or do you find it okay, Zeus?
Thank you, Kaisaya. I think Tel-Anas here is not that good for me because they already have Kane, which is, I mean, it can burst down Tel-Anas quickly. I think they should prioritize marksman with a good mobility, just like Slims or any other marksman heroes that has a mobility. But let's see how they can, execute this lineup.
Okay. Well, Zil, actually I think this is the top hero or the mostly used hero by Exalted. Let's see how this Zil will go. But for the meantime, what is lacking on the side of Team Light Chasers is a jungler. They're hovering a Nakroth. I'm not too sure if they're gonna be locking that one out. A Batman. They're still deciding, but Zeus, what do you think will be the best option here for the jungle? The last pick for Team Light Chasers.
I think Kaisaya for the Light Chasers, I think they should, they should pick a tanky heroes right now because we can see they have a lot of, tons of damage dealers already, but they don't have the perfect engager or a tank that can absorb the damage of the enemy team. So I am seeing that Volcat is the only hero that can, absorb its damage from its enemy.
Well, let's see though, but for the meantime, the play-by-play will be brought to you by Yexiu and Zeus for the analysis. Here you go for MVC2 versus Light Chasers here at the Kaisaya Community Cup. Now I pass to you the floor. Go ahead, casters.
Yexiu, so in MVC we have Pain for Surprise, we have Zil for Exalted, Rui for Kaze, Chi for Warden, have faced as Slims. So Yexiu?
So in the team Light Chasers, we have what do you call this hero? Tel-Anas, Alice, Volcat, and Quillen. Is this Quillen, right?
Yes.
Zeus. Okay. Now on the mid lane, the team MVC right now, okay, they check first the mid lane on the river if there is a going invade, but no, nothing there. So right now they were now going to what do you call this? Level up first, clearing lanes only. So there is no sign of a clash or invade right now. So they were take it easy first for a while. So Zeus?
I think what the MVC2 is doing here is a pretty good rotation. She helped Zil in leashing its jungle in order to rotate faster than the enemy's team. So both teams are doing a pretty good rotation right now, but we can see that Zil here is already in position in ganking the bot lanes because I think Zil is, he already see that the bot lane or Tel-Anas and Alice is easy to gank. So what do you think what will happen here, Yexiu?
Okay, on the bottom lane, they are gathering here. So I think they might have a clash here. So here, Quillen is on the level here, same with Zil. So they are disengaged on the bottom lane. They trying to catch Quillen. Oh, that's what do you call this skill? Invisible, right? Is that Zeus? Is that his passive or ultimate?
Yeah,
the invisible.
That is Quillen's ultimate.
Oh, I see. So right now they were going to get the Abyssal Dragon. So right now they were going to clash on the bottom lane. Okay, Quillen got first blood. Further, Quillen got done by Alistair. Systems got done also. So 2-4-3 trade. What a clash. So Zeus, what do you think about that clash?
I think Yexiu, what happened there is that they don't have a concrete backup or a plan wherein they need to target. Like, for example, hey, target this hero or target this. I mean, that was a good stand by Slims, but I think they should prioritize the Dragon lane first before going into Clash, which I think they successfully did. But after that, I think they should, back in order to, because they don't have any skills. That's what I think. So let's see what will happen here next. So that's what I have told you earlier, that the Light Chasers lineup is, a pretty interesting lineup right now. So what do you think, Yexiu?
Yes, right now they were gathering again in the bottom lane. This is the favorite lane of the bot teams. I think they were focusing on Tel-Anas, the team MVC, because they want to, what do you call this? They want to kill Tel-Anas here, because in the late game, Tel-Anas will be very problematic opponent here for team MVC, because Tel-Anas, her first skill is a, what do you call this? Her normal attack will go long range. That's right, Zeus.
I think what we can see here is at the top lane, Volkath and Chi is having a brawl. So let's see what will happen here. Killing on the rescuing Volkath. So they can't kill Chi, because as we all know that Chi's passive is, if you use your skill, if you hit an enemy using your skills and then doing a normal attack, it can, provide you a short life after that. So here at the bottom lane, we have a situation here. That was a good save from Dewey. So what we can see right now is that Tel-Anas is already dead. So let's see what will happen here. Zeal all alone. So right now, what we can see is, Zeal is dead as well. So I think after they killed Tel-Anas, they should back, because they have the perfect objective already, that they killed the Tel-Anas. So let's see. Oh, I told you that was a good or a painful damage from Pain. So let's see what will happen here. So take it away, Yexiu.
So that's the first clash happened a while ago in the bottom lane. The team MVC stayed there, but there was a backup from Pain a while ago. That's why they are completely wiped out the bottom lane. So they also pushed the first tower on the middle lane. Oh, Slims got the Tel-Anas there. So they saved by his teammates. On the side, on the top, the Zeal getting the Sentinel, I mean. On the top lane, Pain and Key, got engaged. So Alistair stunned the Pain, so Pain got killed by what the hell this? Alistair. So that Key and Pain got killed by team Light Chasers. So what do you think about that? What happened in the top lane, Zeus?
I think, in my opinion, Yexiu, what happened there is that Pain and Chi overextended a bit, because I think if they are planning to engage or gank one lane, they should look at their map to see if they have a nearby teammate, because what we saw there is that it's a 2 versus 5 match, which I think a pretty bad decision. So that was a good counter or an exchange between the enemies, or I mean the MVC2. They killed Killen. So right now what I am seeing is that this MVC2 team is, focusing on the objectives, I mean right now. So they steal the blue buff from the enemy team, and right now they pushed 2 towers already. So we have a situation here. Volcat, they failed to kill Volcat. So let's see what will happen next. So take it away, Yexiu.
So, okay, on the mid lane, I thought they were going to push, but they were going to farm first. Zeus will going to get the blue buff first. So a while ago, okay, in the red buff, I think that's the good decision for Zeus to steal the red buff. So in the bottom lane, let's see, Slims, and the Quillen got stunned by the first kill of Slims. So here, Rui always together with Slims. So I think she needs to guard Slims so that the Quillen can burst Slims. I think Quillen can burst Slims because of his skills, because he is a assassin. So on the mid lane, there's a situation here. They were poking each other. Zeal going engage. Okay, Alistair. Who's this? Here. Pain. It's too low for him to dive in, and Slims got killed by Quillen. That's a nice move by Quillen. So they are poking it again. So that's it. So it's 2 kill for team Light Chaser. Zeus, what do you think about that flash a while ago?
I think what happened there, Yexiu, is that what we saw on the near Dragon Sentinel is that Zeal and Chi is facing Volcat. I mean, that is an early, or I must say that it's early to use your ultimate. I mean, Zeal popped its ultimate early to Volcat. I think they need to poke it out first and then use its ultimate, because Zeal is a pretty good assassin, but when you use its ultimate and you don't reset your second skill, it will be a problem for you. So I think they don't have a build-up communication wherein, hey, let's focus here, let's focus on this hero only, because what we saw there is that, they are focusing on everything. So we have a situation here. Volcat again using its ultimate. So wow, that was a good protection from Alice and Anas. What we see right now is that Rui popped its ultimate. Zeal is getting poked out by Anas. Got killed, and whoa. Let's see what will happen here, no? I think Killen is doing its good rotation that it will only enter to the clash when there is someone low, because Killen is a pretty good assassin as well if it reset its ultimate. So I think both teams are doing pretty well. So they are having clash here and there. So based on the gold, it's Light Chasers who is leading with a 1.5k gold. So take it away, Yexiu.
So a while ago, I think Pain will have a difficult time to go engage, because there is a support by Alistair and Alice, because it can hold those heroes who will go engage to them, who will go dive in. So right now in the mid lane, they were poking again. I think that team MVC here will try to push on the mid lane, but on the top lane, Quillen using push on the top. I think the team MVC here will pressure here. So the Anas and Alice will go kill the Abyssal Dragon, while the team MVC going to bot to defend it. So I think Zeal and team here needs to what do you call this? Needs to have a cooperation. Needs a good timing to burst out the Talhanas here or the mage, because it will be really difficult if they can't kill Talhanas here. So Zeus.
So I think what is happening here is that Talanas and Alice is never leaving Talanas because they know that this Talanas doesn't have any mobility skills, and I think Alice and Talanas is having a pretty good rotation because they are not leaving each other, as well as at the MVC2 they are having a Rui and Slim's connection. So what we saw here at the bottom lane, Killen is being chased down by Slims. So Killen got killed. So right now, what we saw earlier is that Light Chasers successfully get the Dark Slayer. So see, that's what I told you earlier, that it's a good counter pick for Pain, Alistair. That is a pretty good counter for Pain. So just like what we saw, it can focus its ultimate and then it can burst down. It can be burst by Talanas. So what we are seeing right now is that these Light Chasers is having a pretty good execution in terms of clashing. So right now they are planning to get the middle tower, the third tower. So MVC2 is poking out enemies or clearing the lanes. So what can you tell about what happened, or take it away, Yexiu?
So a while ago, they have a dragon a while ago, so they have a upper hand in the clash. So right now the MVC now is pressuring because they have only a inhibitors. The first and the second tower are destroyed. So right now I think they will go on easy. Oh, on the mid lane. They were chasing Pain here. They were chasing. Oh, Slims got killed by Quillen. That's a good kill by Quillen. So Zeal got killed also.
Yes, that was a good save from Rui, that it saved its teammate. But I think Light Chasers here is they are maximizing its composition, that they don't need a tank heroes or any engager tank heroes just to win this game. It's only Volcat. Volcat is enough to engage. So I think what's lacking here at the MVC2 is that they are always engaging enemies without a formal plan. For example, hey, I want to engage here, can you back me up please? So I think communication here is a pretty important as well in this tournament. So let's see how can they make it happen or to make it win. So I am still hoping that they can make it up. So the match is not yet ended, so let's see what will happen here. So take it away, Yexiu.
So they killed the Dark Slayer, the blue team. So right now there is a situation in the bot lane. So she got killed by Talanas. She got free hit there. Next by Rui. Rui got killed also. That's not a good position there, because that team Light Chaser is all complete in the bottom lane. So I think they're gonna end this game. They're gonna push this. So they were going to focus on the base. So right now, I think this is a GG for team MVC2. Zeus?
Yes, that was a GG, well played, no, Yexiu. So let's call on Kaisaya now to see what are her thoughts.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yexiu and Zeus. Well, I wouldn't say that that was quite a dominating match in favor of Light Chasers, because we did see MVC2 even going for a good game during the early stages of the game. But apparently though, we can see how this Volcath, even that Alistair, being a good counter, just like what Zeus said, against a Pain. But then again, I think both of the teams did make a good showing to entertain us, the viewers, and of course to try to be competitive in this kind of scene in the Arena of Valor, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, and Indonesia region. But yeah, GGWP to the fans of MVC2. Don't you worry, guys, because they still have a chance on making it up from the lower bracket. But Light Chasers will have to move forward in our tournament. But for the meantime, I want to ask mostly Zeus first as to what he thinks about the overall performance of both of these. What went right for Team Light Chasers and what went wrong for Team MVC?
Thank you so much, Kaisaya. I think what is lacking here at the MVC2 is that they don't have any engager heroes, because as we all know that Pain is not that tanky enough. If Pain engage, it needs to have an accompaniment. Just like, for example, Lumber, they might pick or they might choose Lumber as well, or any Thane or any tank heroes that that can absorb damage. So I think that's one lacking, but their early rotation is pretty good. It's just that at the late game, Light Chasers are dealing tons of damage, but it's also commendable at the Light Chasers that they don't need any tank heroes, just to survive this game. Volcath is enough to win this game.
Yeah, like when he went online, right? Then he can sustain even more.
Yes, and I think the 1-3-1 rotation here made by the Light Chasers are pretty commendable as well, because Alice and Alistair is not leaving Talanas because it can deal tons of damage at the late game. So they waited for Talanas to go online, and all they need to do is to protect Talanas at all costs. And take note, what I noticed is that this Killan is only engaging if it's sure. So meaning is only engaging if MVC2 they have already they are low, or
Ooh.
So I think that's my point of view here.
I don't know if this is for real, but I think his teammate says that it's Ringo's birthday today as well. So maybe we could send him a greeting. Can we do that all together, Yexiu and Zeus? Let's greet him a happy birthday. So in 3, 2, 1, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Ringo! Oh, that was
Ringo.
Birthday, Ringo!
yeah, happy birthday to you, and of course, congratulations for your team winning this best of 1 match. And just to update our viewers, so we're done with MVC2 versus Light Chasers. Up next is supposedly Random versus Venusians, but apparently Random forfeited. I'm not too sure why, but I'm still confirming if they will be moving on to the lower bracket or if they will be forfeiting from this tournament. If they will forfeit from the tournament, I'm gonna be, because we have a lot of registered teams, so I will be contacting one registered team if they would be interested in taking the slot of Team Random to be placed in the lower bracket. Well, anyway, that was the lower bracket anyway, but if it was upper bracket, I will not allow any other team to replace them. But yeah, there will be no Venusians versus Random. Venusians will move forward to the second round. As for the next match with a host and stream, with a host and 2 casters, it's gonna be INGENIOUS versus Deus BELLATOR. I'm not too sure how they want their Deus wanted to be pronounced, but yes, they will be up next at around 7 o'clock p.m. It might be earlier depending on if these teams are both ready. We'll have to ask for their consent. And yes, of course, this community event won't be even more exciting if not for the support of Garena AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers, my supporter from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, and of course Arthelion Gaming as well. These 2 casters, I'm not gonna go blind on reading some comments from the live stream. I can read that, and of course just to give you a little bit of understanding as to what this community event all about. It's obviously a quote-unquote a community event, so basically my reach, all gathering together in one place for this Arena of Valor tournament for us to do a collaborative effort in making Arena of Valor more exciting, and at the same time it is a good training ground for aspiring casters, aspiring professional players to go compete in this kind of scene. So as you can see, yes, we are low budget, we accept that. That's why we're looking for sponsors who would love to sponsor this event. And again, these are volunteer casters. Some of them they are just starting, this is their day 2. And what else, as for the teams, some are considered non-pro or just basically having fun with the community, but overall I think they're doing great. I'm pretty sure they're going to be progressing even further, because in my season 1 AOV community event, Charlie Deliosa started from there. Leo Dan or Leo Gaming started from there as well, from being a DJ in the radio. But yeah, overall I think we gotta give props to this to these volunteer casters that we have. But then again, of course, the statement of our viewers are also valid. If they got an opinion, we should accept it as well. We can make use of it as inspiration to even further improve ourselves. So basically that's it. We will be heading on to a really short break. Thank you so much to Yexiu and Zeus for casting that match between MVC2 and Light Chasers. And to our viewers, just head on to the live stream as we will have one more match to show to you guys. So yeah, we'll be seeing you in a bit. Bye.
はじめまして。私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうも、キリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん。今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して。そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
はじめまして。私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうも、キリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん。今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して。そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。 大事な人を助けたいって気持ち私にもよ。
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。ギャッ
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。待ちなさい。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリコ君は私が守る。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリコ君は私が守る。 私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たち、俺が絶対に守る。君たち、俺が絶対に守るから。やっ！
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。待ちなさい。遅い。今 スタースプラッシュ。キリト君は私が守る。決める。
How will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we're meant to be instead of that we're meant to be? We're meant to be. That we're meant to be. We're meant to be.
That was a close call. I am heaven's will.
Run on hammer time.
The wind holds all the secrets.
Your team has destroyed a tower. Legendary.
I am heaven's will.
Enemy has been defeated.
Your team has destroyed a tower.
はじめまして。私はアスナ。そしてこっちが
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん。今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して。そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるからがぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち私にもよくわかるから。
君たち俺が絶対に守る。君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。
Double kill. Triple kill. Quad kill.
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。耐えた待ちなさい。遅い。今耐えた。待ちなさい。
Double kill.
Lightning Ball!
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君私が守る。
Hello, good evening, dear Arena of Valor players. It is now again Kaisaya Community Cup. I'm Kaisaya, and with me it is KazeeB. KZ, how are you doing?
I'm doing super fine today. It's the weekend already, so I'm so excited to be able to wake up whatever time I want to.
That is so true, especially now that, I don't know, are you working from home or you go to work? You go outside and go to work?
I work from home right now,
Oh, nice.
so it's tiring still, but at least you don't have to spend for transportation anymore.
Yeah, that's so cool. And now, guys, you are currently seeing two Philippines team, INGENIOUS versus Deus, Bellator. Alright, so now, let's talk about the draft that we're seeing right now. It is a Kira ban and a Dirac ban. Why are these heroes prioritized, KZ?
For me, the Kira, she's very, very sneaky with the skill set that she has. And for the Dirac, I can see, like, personally for me, I don't like Dirac as an opponent because he's very annoying. Because his skills prevent you from aiming really well. And then he's really hard to burst down because he has a lot of, like, stun or, like, knock-ups that prevent you from even reaching him. He can even
Yeah.
kill you.
Yeah, before you even reach him. That's so true. That's so true. And now, getting locked as well is pain. You would usually see either the heroes that are usually priority banned, either having that mobility, like that of a pain, or having that kind of long range, long CC capabilities like that of a Dirac. But Pain, yes indeed, getting a priority ban. We won't be seeing any Pain right now since this is a best of one match. And usually during a best of one match, you would want to pick your best hero for your lineup. But this is a Laville ban as well. Thoughts about that, KazeeB?
For me, I'm not in favor of it just because when you ban this Laville, you open up the Elendor. And in my opinion, if you're gonna try to strategize ban and picks, it's better to just open both of them rather than banning one and then letting the other team take that pick.
Yeah, Elendor, already mentioned by KazeeB, or still available for picking. But for Team INGENIOUS, they want to prioritize Richter instead. But how is Team Deus Bellator answering that? They locked in that Alistair and Crest. What do you think about that, KazeeB?
For me, I'm actually surprised to see that they're prioritizing an Alistair and the Crash. I haven't really seen a Crash in any past tournaments that I've seen. But the Alistair, I think, would have been a nice first pick if they did not ban the Pain. The Pain wasn't banned. But for now, I think they still have a combo to show. So
yeah,
to complete their lineup, it will work as long as their lineup really meshes well together.
Yeah, especially that we know that Crashed is kind of underrated right now, not really making a show. But who knows? Maybe Deus Bellator will be able to show up some really good plays. And it seems like no further thinking, they will lock that Malok in for Deus Bellator's overall composition. This is going to be a quite tanky comp already for Team Deus Bellator. But so far, let's see how this draft will further progress. What are they currently lacking in here, and what do you think they should secure in here for their comps, KazeeB?
For me, for now, our INGENIOUS team, they don't have a support yet, so I'm guessing that Deus Bellator is going to focus on banning maybe support options. And then for Deus Bellator, they don't have a jungler right now or an MM, so they might INGENIOUS might focus on banning a jungler or a marksman.
Let's see about that though. Zill getting a ban, Krizix getting a ban as well, because obviously that's what are lacking on the comps of their opponent. But for the meantime, the question is, what will be the next priority, fourth pick for these two heroes? Oh, look at that combo monster, Zip and Krizix. They don't want these two heroes to be out, but we don't know yet, but because Richter could be a support as well on the side of INGENIOUS. So I don't know if they're actually wasting their bans by banning out the Zip and Krizix. But how about you, KazeeB? What can you say about what we're seeing right now?
Actually, for me, since I personally know the support of INGENIOUS, I don't think the bans for the support were justified. I'm pretty sure that INGENIOUS is gonna complete their lineup with an Alice, then another marksman, probably. That's what I think. And for the side of Deus, they lost two potential junglers that I think the Zill was very smart, because Zill can really reach the Elendor because of the ultimate. So very smart ban for Deus there. But I'm not sure if they're going what they're gonna pick right now to complete their lineup. But they need more damage right now. Oh, okay. This Capheny, I think, will work really well with their comp because they have so much tankiness.
Yeah, I mean, it will be hard for them to reach the Capheny that is super mobile, given that there are two good frontliners on the side of Team Deus Bellator. But for the meantime, I'm not so sure about the Kriknak ban as well. They could have saved it for themselves, because Kriknak is also a good hero against Malok. You know, it doesn't matter if actually anyone, and even regardless if you're squishy or not, Cricknap might be good, but maybe they're opting for something else. Or yeah, I see that's why they got an Elandor jungle already as well. That's why they do not mind having a Cricknap on their lineup. But to complete the lineup of Team Ingenious, do you have any guesses on this one, KZ?
I'm not sure if they're gonna go with the 2 warrior side lane or they're gonna stick to having a 2 MM comp. But we'll see. I really thought they would go with like an Alice than another MM, but apparently the Senial has been locked in, and so has Liena, so that completes their lineup there. Good comp for them, for Ingenious, in my opinion.
Ooh, 2 marksman comp for Deus Bellator. Not too sure if the Elandor will have a problem in that, because of course he could die in just one burst of these 2 heroes, but if the Elandor places himself in a good spot, it could be no problem. But yeah, that was the composition of Ingenious versus Deus Bellator. Let us know in the live chat, guys. Let us know, dear audiences, who do you think got the better comp, or who do you think might win? Is it gonna be Ingenious or is it gonna be Deus Bellator? But while we're on loading screen, still it's gonna be me and KazeeB who will be your shoutcasters, the KK tandem here at the Kaisaya Community Cup. For Team Ingenious, we have in here Marja for Unique, Richter for Sam, Spotify, Elandor for John, Senial for Bragadoom, and Yina for Dark Owl.
And for the side of Zeus Bellator, we have Black Star, as Malok, we have Mars as Crest, Flappy as Alistair, Raz as Gaffney, and then we have Goangs as Violet.
Let's see how they're gonna go. Again, just during the... Okay, we got that pause, and that was an allowed 30-second pause to allow everyone to load in the game. As we can see, Malok hasn't moved yet. That is Black Star, so we wait for everybody to load in the game. But yeah, early game time, what we want to see is how both of these teams will rotate into the map. It's very important because that can make or break for their team if they will be successful or not. But you mentioned a while ago, KZ, that you know which one you know. Was it Team Ingenious that you know personally?
Yeah.
So how is their playstyle? What do you expect might they do in here in the early stages of the game?
Actually, right now, I can't really say, just because I'm surprised as to how they filled their team comp. Because the people who I know per certain roles, they're not playing the roles that I know that they do. So I think it's kind of smart. It's a surprise for their opponent in case they know each other. So
yeah,
that's all I have to say for that.
For sure, we gotta wait. And sometimes that could be a strategy wherein you just don't prepare one kind of plan, but you have a lot in store for yourself. For the meantime, what we're seeing in here is that the Richter, how are they doing this one? Richter is on the side. Senial is their support. Is that it? And they're actually poking Opa, that Kafeni already. And Kafeni making use of that health pack already could be already at very, very slight disadvantage already, because he already made use of it just within 1 minute game time, wherein when you could have used it in a more important situation. But for the meantime, what else is being shown in here in the map, KZ?
So for now, we just see that Ingenious has 3 members really trying to rotate the map. They try to fast clear their lanes so that they can set up something. But for now, since it's still early game, they're just providing a little vision and trying to clear waves just for additional gold and faster rotation on their side.
Seems like Team Ingenious really want to poke this Kafeni one out. And yes, they will do. 4 members going a 4v2 clash right now. Mars looks like he will be the first casualty in here on the side of Team Deus Bellator. And yes, 1 casualty, but it seems like Goangs, the Violet, would want to go for a counter objective. What is this, KZ?
So right now, our Violet is just very focused on taking this Spirit Sentinel instead. She knows that her team was at a disadvantage there. But while all of that was happening, we see that the Elandor was able to secure the Abyssal Dragon, which is the first major objective of the game. A dragon for a sentinel, not that good of a trade. Plus the kill as well that went to the Elendor as well, that was disadvantageous to Deus, but it's not too late. It's still very early game. They have all the means to come back from this.
Yeah, for sure. One thing that I noticed though is that Violet was kind of way too late on going for the blue buff. I mean, as a Violet, we know that this is a hero that is very hungry for mana, and taking the red buff first, that could be a problem. But there you go, we can see an engage happening right now. It's a 4v4 situation. Let's see what's gonna happen in next. Scotify will fall down. Marks though having a hard time trying to back away, but that is a crash. But then again, will fall down onto the hands of the Elendor. Elendor just dealing a lot of burst damage right now early on, and he will try to capitalize on that, but they're not yet done. Seems like they want to still get one more target in here. Flappy, that could be an overextension though. The Malak will fall in with a shock. Oppa having that low HP. Your neck gonna be bursted down. Yes, indeed, it will fall down. So as is that this Kafeni, and this is such a prolonged team fight. Dark Ol in here will have to back away, trying to slow down Black Star. Let's see what will happen next. Oh, there you go. Finally, they want to cool down. They want to calm down. That was an almost overextended team fight. What was that, KazeeB?
For me, it became such a long team fight because both Dark Slayer lane heroes came up to back up both their teams. And for me, Ingenious kind of overextended there. They really tried to push too much that they secure another kill maybe on either the Capheny or the Violet. But in this stage of the game, they have to be very careful with that kind of chase because they might lose some gold, and also they're in the lead a little bit in gold right now. So any small mistake can cost them a little bit and a lot, depending on the situation. So on the bot lane, we see that they're trying to burst down the Capheny again, just the Senial and the Richer, but with the backup coming from Deus, they will disengage this fight.
Oh, and on the top side, look at the poke coming from the Elendor, not minding, not really worried about overextending a bit on the top because he got the information that the 4 members on the side of Team Deus are on the bot side anyway. But then again, we can see an objective being pulled off again from one of the teams. I just did not notice, sorry, who took that one now. But for the meantime, they want to chase Brigadoon. Brigadoon will still survive, but then again, a possible casualty might happen in here. Flappy, super low in HP. Dark Ol will get in him. Golems as well is in the middle of the team fight. He will fall down, and yes, look at that. A lot of exchange of steals happened, but in the end, I think it overall went onto the side of Team Ingenious, and they even get a chance on even taking this tier 1 turret in the mid.
Yeah, that's very, very beneficial for them. The Yena just really arrived on time, on point, on her response for her team there. Plus, though I think it was the Violet who was able to secure the Abyssal Dragon a while ago, they overextended there, and I could see that the Alistair was chasing through the tower, getting a lot of tower damage to him. That's why he died way too early in that team fight. That's what I was saying a while ago when if you're trying to chase one member of a team, overextension will really not help your team at all.
Uh-oh, though. This is not an overextension, or is it? Because 4 members are about to gank Blackstar in here, forced to make use of his shock to back away. Fortunately, he got that engage to save himself. But you know what? These are just 2 members on the top side of Team Deus BELLATOR right now. I wonder if they will be able to save this turret.
For me, I don't think they're gonna be able to. I don't think they should try because it's a 4v2, and if they lose their lives, it will be another tower in favor of Ingenious. We see that the 3 members of Deus BELLATOR here are focused on trying to take this this bottom tier tower, but the Yena's already here in this area, ready to clear the lane with the Elendor as well. And the Capheny uses her ultimate to try to poke onto the Yena, but to no avail. They will disengage, and we see that Ingenious here just secures the 3rd Abyssal Dragon of the game, and they spot out the Crash. He's all alone. We have 4 members of Ingenious here crashing on. They're bursting onto him. There's so much damage coming from the members of Ingenious, and I don't think the Crash will survive that, and he does go down.
Uh-oh. No turrets has fallen down for the side of Team Ingenious. And getting the map control, they can do mostly whatever they want. But of course, they gotta be careful. But for the meantime, they got a good concession on the side of the Dark Slayer. Seems like there will be no one from Team Deus. BELLATOR will be able to even make a seeing on that area. They're all far away.
Yeah, they're so far away right now, but I think it's also smart on their part because at this moment, I don't think it's the right time for them to try to contest a big objective like that. They really need to try to farm up both their marksmen right now. And in the top lane, we see they're trying to collapse onto the Malok. Malok is just shocked. He does a little bit of damage. He knocks up 4 people, but their damage is lacking. And I think they're gonna try to disengage this fight as the Drake has been summoned here on top lane. The Caffeine is all by herself here in the middle lane, and she will get caught out by the Richer. So right now, the Sentinel has just arrived to assist his team with the use of his ultimate. But right now, what do you think happened there, Kaisaya?
Well, the Caffeine should have not overextended, knowing that they are at a disadvantage right now. It is a huge cold lead. Look at the shot coming from the Malok right now, followed up by the ultimate from the Crash. But then again, the team fight is happening right now. There's a lack of damage, but 2 members has fallen down on the side of Team Ingenious. Is this a potential comeback? I'm not really sure, but they're trying to hold on. Really few HP bars on the side of Team Deus BELLATOR right now. Even the Caffeine is still all alive. They were able to save this turret, but I'm not too sure how long this could last because it's just 2k HP for this inhibitor turret on the top side, forcing Team Ingenious to just back away because they said, we can set up a team fight. We got a comp that can still match up somehow, even we are on a disadvantage.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Actually, the comp of Deus BELLATOR, they have every means to come back from this just because they have 2 marksmen that are very good pokers, and once they are fully farmed, they have more equipment on their pallet. It will be easier for them to burst down this composition. And we get a clash here around the Red's jungle, and I think they'll disengage this because our Ingenious team is very healthy right now, and the Elandars are stealing this red buff.
Yeah, for sure, they can steal away whatever they can. It's just gonna be hard for Deus BELLATOR to make a comeback, but it's not impossible, especially that their comp is really also good for the late game time. 2 of them tanking in the front line. There's a good CC source coming from Flappy as well, that Aleister. But then again, win condition still for Ingenious is just basically continue the pressure. But let's take a look at how long. But meantime, look at that, getting caught up is the Elander. Fortunately enough, though, he was able to dash away. They continue the team fight, and there you go, more members in here falling down from side to side. Dark Owl is down, some Spotify almost to death as well, but the free hit is still online for both the Caffeine and the Violet. It's just too lacking a little bit because they have yet to form and get the equipment that they very much needed.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And because of that, because they lack the gold to build up their equipment, we see that though Ingenious kind of lost a lot of members in the team fight, they're still able to take this Dark Slayer with no contest from Deus BELLATOR there.
Oh yeah, and in the turrets in the top as well as in the mid, it's just about to fall down. It's just a few hits by the Drake in case they put it there somewhere in the top or mid, but not. Maybe the next hope will be the last turret in the bot side, but I don't know. A lot of things can still happen. I think for as long as Team Deus BELLATOR is still free hitting that Caffeine and Violet, they still have some hope. But for John, it was obvious a while ago that now the main target of Flappy is to find this Elandor. And Elandor must be very careful.
Yeah, he should be very careful in where he passes. He was actually caught out by the Aleister ulti a while ago, but was just lucky enough to escape. And they get this middle tier tower. And with that, I think they will just try to get another tower here in the top lane. The Elandor's trying to poke it out, getting a lot of damage onto it. I think they will secure this. They're gonna just try to push, brute force this top tier tower, and they successfully get it.
Yeah, now the Drake is still all alive. It's gonna be too dangerous for the marksman on the side of Deus Bellator to even go outside the turret just to kill the Drake. But then again, all the turrets has fallen down. The setup was done in here onto the bot side. Unique as well, making use of her ultimate Dark Owl. Still trying to go for a fight in here against the tanky front line. But he will fall down into the hands of the Violet. But a good doom as well. It seems like it's gonna fall down, and they caught up in here. John by that Alistair. They want to try to focus fire on the base. They really want to force this fight to end. But then again, Sun Spotify. Sorry about that. Sun Spotify will fall down, and now it is just one member. It is now just Unique left all alone. My goodness, is this a comeback? Because the div timers are so heavy. KazeeB.
I think that that was exactly the clash that Juice Bellator was waiting for. Is what I'm saying. A 2 marksman comp can really give a sign of comeback from this Juice Bellator, because it's already a little bit late game already. Both of the MMs are online right now. The damage is insane, and it's becoming very hard for INGENIOUS to survive the burst damage from both the Capheny and the Valiant right now.
Ooh. Let's see what will happen next, though. I think what Team INGENIOUS needs to avoid is forcing some team fights to happen. I think they should focus not really on the front, but the 2 damage dealers coming from the back line of Team Deus Bellator. Anyway, I think the problem only is that they don't really have that kind of hero to go for a dive on the backside. We saw, I think, and I'm not really sure. I didn't see anyone from that fight. They just basically tried to force the front line. But let's see. This is the 3rd Dark Slayer of the game. What else might we be expect on here, KazeeB?
For me, I think INGENIOUS should very well prioritize who they should try to kill in this next clash. They have to focus on either the Capheny or the Violet, but at the same time not to forget their Elendor. Always make sure that he's well safe and he does not die, because he is the main damage dealer of this team, and without him it's gonna be very difficult for INGENIOUS to win a team fight.
Drake is here. The base of Team Deus Bellator is not full HP. They gotta be careful, especially both Capheny and Violet has some high poke damage. Let's see what's gonna happen here next.
I think right now the crash is the Drake has been spotted. What the shock? There was a shock and a ultimate from the crash, but I don't think that was gonna do anything for their team at that moment. But at least they were able to clear up the wave so that they can stop the aggression coming from INGENIOUS right now. And for now, the Elendor secured the dragon.
Yeah, and he got a buff, and they can actually now capitalize that the Koresh doesn't have an ultimate available. Shock is available though. Let's see what's gonna happen here next.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right now we do see that they're trying to clear a lot of lanes.
You're gonna go all in into the team fight. Some Spotify will fall down. So is John getting caught out again by Flappy. Really on point in here. The CZ is just way too real still. The free heating Capheny as well as the Violet is allowing to Team Deus Bellator to stay alive. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, KazeeB. What do you think Team INGENIOUS must do in here for them to end the game? Because it's quite obvious now how Team Deus Bellator could still win this, because they have the capability to do so. The Capheny and Violet are just free hitting from the backside.
Yeah, for me, I think the best strategy that INGENIOUS should do, maybe they should try to backdoor it. Try to engage in a 4v5 and then hope that the person split pushing is able to finish this game. Because the burst damage from both the Violet and Capheny, I'm not sure that INGENIOUS has the kit to deal with that much burst damage. And it's already very late game. I think almost both of them are already full built, and that's gonna be very difficult to reach them and to even damage them because of the Crest and the Malok as well.
Yeah, they really need to get the Caffeinian, the Violet first in here, and this time John is already getting caught up by the Alistair. And they need to, I think, for them, they also, actually, Alistair is also a problem. Because if these three heroes, Alistair, Caffeinian, Violet, are still alive in a team fight, and they are taking too much time in trying to put down Blackstar and Mars, it's gonna be the problem. Okay, this is the 4th Dark Slayer KazeeB.
Yeah, it is. It was no contest. I don't know if Deus Bellator is ever going to try to contest this Dark Slayer, but I think INGENIOUS really needs to be careful in how they engage this next fight, because the past 2 fights they have been losing because they always leave their Elendor to just try to escape using his skills. And as I said, for them to be very efficient in this game, they really need to protect that Elendor because he's the main damage dealer, and without him, they're going to lack the damage to burst down the necessary heroes of Deus Bellator.
Yeah, and now the gold lead is even onto the hands of Deus Bellator. But that almost doesn't say anything anyway, because this is now late game time, almost 19 minutes in the clock. This is gonna be an easy taking down of the Drake, and it almost just became useless.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you there. For me, INGENIOUS should have at least accompanied that Drake so that they would capitalize on its worth, because right now they did summon the Drake, but it did really nothing for them because Deus Bellator was able to just burst it down right away. It just took around like 3 seconds and then it just disappeared from the map.
Now this is a test of patience for both of the teams. If Team INGENIOUS really wants to end this fight, they need to force the Malok and the Koresh to pop their ultimate. And then, when it's not available, they could take over and capitalize because those heroes doesn't have their ult available. But let's see if that's gonna happen, because we know already what Team Deus Bellator can do here. Basically, just free hit from the backline and then that's it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But we see that INGENIOUS is very objective based. They really want to take this Enraged Abyssal Dragon, and I really think they do need it just because the Elendor gets caught out constantly around during team fights, and they have to really be careful with just letting him come in and out of team fights, because if he's bursted down, it's gonna be trouble for INGENIOUS.
Yeah, in case this is the 5th Dark Slayer, we're setting a record in here. We are about to set a record at the KCC AOV event. 20 seconds from now, the 5th Dark Slayer is gonna go online. And by the way, in our patch, actually, as the time progresses, this Dark Slayer is gonna go stronger. So if this Dark Slayer is even able to deal some damage against the base of Deus Bellator, it's gonna be larger. So they have to take this one down as fast as possible. I'm not just too sure if the HP as well, it could be, but yeah, then again, Team INGENIOUS is already taking that objective. Let's see what is gonna happen in this, if this is the last team fight that might happen.
Yeah, and for now, as I said, I don't think that Deus Bellator has any plans to even contest objectives right now. I think they're really confident in their team comp, and that they can really win this based just on the burst damage coming from both marksmen. But let's see, the Drake has been summoned here in the mid lane.
Yeah, we're gonna see what is gonna happen next. Getting caught down again is Dark. Oh, he will fall down that easily. The Drake is still all alive. The Shock is in here. Who's gonna focus fire onto the base? Members on the side of Team INGENIOUS is falling down. 2 members left. It's just a Senial, as well as, oh my goodness, some Scatify is super low in HP as well. And there you go. What is gonna happen here next? Making use of the ultimate to save some Scatify. We still got 2 members left alive for Team INGENIOUS. But then again, look at how hard it is for Team Deus Bellator to take down that Drake. It took some time, but now we are now on almost 22-minute game time. The death timers are heavy, KazeeB.
Yes, I agree with you there, and I think the major problem with Ingenious there was that they really tried too much to force that team fight, and what I think they needed to do was just clear the wave so that the Drake would reach the core. It just so happens they weren't able to clear the wave.
This is a 4v5 just in case. It could still be turned around because all alone in the base is Flappy. Looks like they're gonna go all in. What is happening in here? Oh, there you go. The shock is coming in onto the backside, getting Unique. But I think Unique, Unique doesn't have her ultimate available, and they're now trying to peel off Goang's that Kafeni, or rather that Violet from the back line. And there you go. He will fall down. Kafeni still all alive. And look at that, Hyena actually killing the Alistair in the base as well. Ooh, this is a tough match, KazeeB.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's really in favor of Ingenious a while ago. But they chose to disengage way too early. There's so much burst damage coming from Deus. BELLATOR there. The company's still alive, and he's trying to get a kill onto the company. The company still has the resurrection. I'm not sure if the Sentinel has it in him to go against 3 members of Deus BELLATOR, but I think he will try to disengage this.
Wow, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, almost 24-minute game time, and as you can see, both of the teams are having a hard time finishing the game. So, how can they, the question to us and the viewers, of course, is how can they finish the game as early as possible? Because obviously they're having a tough time. It's just about finding the right target, maybe first to take down. This is the 6th Dark Slayer. My goodness, our record has been set. Beat this match between Ingenious and Deus BELLATOR. Okay, John might be in danger in here. Okay, there goes the shock to shove away John, and here's gonna get the last hit on this one. John is hiding in the bush, but these are 4 members on the side. Okay, Team Deus BELLATOR will take it away with them, and it's the 6th Dark Slayer. KazeeB, take over.
That's gonna be so hard for Ingenious to deal with, because that Drake is gonna be super tanky and has a lot of damage. I don't know why they're engaging here. There's a shock coming from the Malak and an ultimate by the Crutch. The back line of Deus
the minions
are trying to knock on them. I think they're trying to push this. Are they gonna just try to tower lock this?
Whoa!
And Ingenious tower locked our last clash here and prevails in the process. Congratulations to them.
What a really interesting match. I know, KazeeB, you found that match super exciting as well. But yeah, then again, congratulations to Ingenious. They're moving on to the upper bracket round 2, while Deus BELLATOR will have to fall down onto the lower bracket. So, let's discuss what actually happened in there. How come we saw the potential for Deus BELLATOR even making it up easier, because their comp is also okay. Given that they got a Kafeni and both the Violet on their lineup. But early game time, how come did they have a hard time? Why is that so?
For me, with the team comp of Deus BELLATOR, having 2 marksmen is just gonna be very difficult in early game, just because they're both very squishy and it takes a couple of items for them to come online. So I think that's what they struggled with in early game. But they did come back a little bit from it. There was like a spark of hope for them. It just so happens that Ingenious capitalized on every opportunity that they could.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty interesting match. But then again, that was it for our day 4 of the Kaisaya Community Cup. It was a pretty... We got some cancelled matches. But then again, Ingenious and Deus BELLATOR said, we're gonna give you a good show. And they did. They did really, really well. But yeah, that was it for our casted streams. Later on, I will stop the stream from here. But later on, the lower bracket matches will be live streamed without a host and without casters. But you will be able to see it out in my pages and in other platforms like YouTube and Twitch. For the meantime, I want to give you shout outs again to our sponsors. Thank you so much, Garena AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, and Arthilian in gaming. And of course, to every shoutcasters who joined me for today, KazeeB, who is with me here, Yexiu, also Zeus, as well as Charlie and Vittorio. But for the meantime, I guess KazeeB, might you want to, give some promotions about your stream? When are you gonna streaming next, and your social media as well? Go ahead.
So guys, I don't really have a streaming schedule, but normally on weekends I try to stream up. And if you guys want to follow or share my page or like my page, it's fb.com/KazeeB. And just support everyone, even my fellow casters a while ago, support their pages, support the streamers.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, in the caption, you can see the social media links of our partners in here. And yes, that was it for the casted matches. Once again, I'm Kaisaya, and with me is KazeeB. We will be signing out for the meantime. See you next stream. Bye.